Money is scarce, but I've managed to save a little bit for the farm fund, and I wanted to talk today about budget. And I know it's not the most glamorous subject, but it is important. So, that being said, I never go to the movies. I don't buy music. I don't have cable TV, and I don't even have Netflix. I have the world's dumbest phone, and it doesn't get internet, but it makes phone calls and it texts, and that's all I could ask for in a phone, really. So I think the biggest money saver would definitely be, oh, yeah. Well, for the past few years, doing my live in work, and it's a work exchange, so not having rent is an amazing relief on my budget. So, if that's something that you can consider, I really recommend it. Also, I don't have a car, I bike, and I don't even take the bus or the train because I don't have $3 to go somewhere and then back. It can be like $7 just to get around for the day, and I think that that's ridiculous. So I bike, and it does take longer if you're going a greater distance, but you get there, and it keeps me fit and healthy, and I actually enjoy it. Besides that, it's just the little things that add up your day to day. Like, I don't drink coffee. I'm not a big fan of anything that's not healthy or anything that's habit forming or that's non essential. And, because of that, I don't really like to drink. I don't like to go to bars. I don't want to be stumbling down the street, screaming with friends in a short skirt and making a fool out of myself. I'm a grandma. I would rather be home, watching a movie or crocheting a hat, hanging out with my pets or friends, making really good food, gardening, that kind of stuff. That's what I like. And I've never had a manicure. I cut my own hair. I haven't had a haircut since 2003. And it's just all these little things where you are building your own skills and not outsourcing simple things to other people. And I like to be independent. And if I can do it myself, like if I get a hole in a sweater, I like to repair it myself. And if something breaks around the house, I want to try to fix it. So, yeah, it's just the mindset of getting back to basics. And you go out and you think, I would like these new shoes, right? And you just have to tell yourself, would you rather have these in a month, these material possessions, or would you rather be able to do something much more exciting? And it's about half and half with me. I do splurge. Sometimes I'll let myself get the shoes, but a lot of the time I will save instead. And it ends up being worth it because I know that all of these shiny new things can seem really exciting for, I don't know, maybe a few months. Like, let's say that you inherited some money. You would be able to have all these nice, great fancy new things. But I'm telling you, happiness plateaus, and these material possessions aren't going to keep you happy. The shine will wear off very quickly. And I think it's more about what comes from the inside out. So your internal happiness is much more stable and important than these external flashy things that can give you some, excitement, but they're not going to keep you happy. Money can't buy happiness. It can make your life easier. It can afford some freedoms like travel. I would love to be able to go on vacation. I don't think that I've had a vacation since, I don't know, for maybe 3 years. I went down to LA, but that's just because my friend was driving and he offered me a ride. And, it's nice to be able to do these things. I would love to go to Nepal or Ghana or Guatemala or Tibet, but it's just not the right time for me. Right now, I need to buckle down and live modestly and put on my big girl pants and say, hopefully, in the future, I will be able to have all these nice, wonderful things. But right now is not the right time. And I'm definitely not going to put myself into debt over some silly, you know, keeping up with someone else or doing what I think I'm supposed to be doing. No. So, some other ways to save money are I got rid of my gym membership. I was only paying $16 a month, and I know for a fact that most people for the same thing at the same exact gym, my friends are paying $33 a month, and I got mine on a big sale, but it still wasn't worth it because I found that I wasn't going more than once or two times a month. So if you've kind of stopped going to the gym and you're still paying a lot of money, I would seriously consider getting rid of it. And I'm not telling you not to exercise. You should consider maybe calling a friend and having a date where you go every Tuesday to go running, or you go to the beach, or you go up some stairs together, that kind of stuff. But you don't need to have all of the extra expenses. I don't buy books that often. If I want something, I'll go to the library and utilize those kinds of resources. And, that's about it. Just cutting back, consuming less, and really seriously thinking if you need more, and usually you don't. And I swear, it's just, if you can be happy without it, it's so much better, right? And I think that emotional well being is so much more important than possessions will ever be to you. And yeah, so if these tips aren't really for you, that's okay. Don't change anything about your life. Go on with your bad self, girl. I'm not going to tell you how to spend your money or save. That's up to you. But if you'd like to seriously think about making some changes and maybe cutting back, it's worth it. And I promise that you can be happy. There are rich people out there who are miserable, and there are poor people who are having the best life we'll never even know. And it's really more about what your attitude is and finding your own happiness.